So, for those watching, we're actually going to be running the adventure called the Oasai Ruins, which you can find at Otherworlds Zero in this book. Otherworlds Zero.
Oh, there's music for effect as well.
Yeah, and my iPod will probably die throughout the stream, so we'll probably lose the music at some point, but for now there's music, so. Yeah, unless Jeff can figure out something while I'm working on this.
Well, Jeff had brought the foot back in.
So, in Otherworlds, we use a D6 system. What this means is it's a 6-sided dice system, so you're going to be using 6-sided dice. So go ahead and grab some 6-sided dice from the skull. That's not ominous at all.
How many do we need?
So usually, for most people's characters, they'll roll 1 dice. However, if you ever roll a 6, you'll need to roll an added dice, and that's the mechanic known as exploding dice. So the more 6s you roll, the more dice you get to roll.
Nice.
Now some characters have abilities that allow them to roll multiple dice, or if a favorable opportunity comes up, I'll say that you gain edge. And what edge means is you roll an extra dice and then you remove the lowest result. So if you gained edge, then you roll the 2 dice, you remove the lowest result, so your result is 5.
Okay.
Now conversely, if you have something that's not in your favor, you can lose edge. So you do the opposite. You roll 2 dice and then you remove the highest result. Yeah. It's very mean.
Life is not fair.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Just want to see if it.
I don't like it, but you can mess with that. So, we also have, whenever you get into combat in the game, a lot of it revolves around attacking and defending. So, your characters, if you hear me say stat block, I'm referring to this portion right here. So, for your character's attacks, she has a 16 attack with revolvers. She has a 17 attack with her gunblade, and 18 attack if she attacks melee with her gunblade.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can tell even though her attack is weaker with revolvers, you'll get 2 attacks because she has 2 revolvers.
Oh.
So you can attack twice at range at 16 apiece, or you can be in close range and attack for 18. So that's where some decision making comes into play. Usually with her you want to keep your distance, but maybe if someone gets close to you or something, you could use that. These 6 numbers here, these are your attributes. We have strength, we have dexterity, we have toughness, we have intelligence, wisdom, and resolve. So your strength is your character's physical capabilities. Your dexterity is how agile they are and how good they are with their ranged attacks. Their toughness is their physical, like they're losing my word. It's like their constitution, like their physical, like health, and their physical toughness. Intelligence is their mental capabilities. Wisdom is their instincts and their perception, and then resolve is how brave they are, how much determination they have, and how charismatic they are.
Okay.
As you can tell with Akaya, she's physically weak, but she's very agile and she has a lot of wisdom. So her instincts are kicked into overdrive.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it too much yet?
No. I'm like, I better not mess this up.
That's okay. I expect you guys to ask questions whenever we play. I think this will be good for our audience too, because I think a lot of people viewing are pretty new to Otherworlds and haven't played. So whenever you're attacked, you have your defense here, and if it says evade, that means you get to roll 2 dice and choose the highest. And if you, so you get to roll 2 dice and choose the highest.
Wait, where does it? Because where do you get 2? Because I see 6 and 3 and 3.
Yeah. So good question. So basically the mechanic evade means you get to roll the 2 dice and choose the highest. So the fact that it says evade is like what that means. It's kind of like built into it. It doesn't spell that out, but that's what it means. Yeah.
But what does the evade guard 3 out of 3 mean?
Yeah.
Like, does it mean like every time I do that, I can escape?
Yeah.
Or?
So, sorry. I was thinking of. I get distracted easy, so I was thinking about like what Jeff was doing and stuff as I was like trying to teach him. I was like, this isn't working. Okay. So say if someone attacks you for 16, they have 16 attack. And they're attacking you. What you have to do is, since you have evade, you roll 2 dice. So go ahead and roll 2 dice. And you choose the highest result.
6.
Okay? So that means you get to roll another dice.
Oh, I got a 1.
Okay? So you're going to add what you rolled together.
7.
Okay? And then you're going to add it to your defense.
Okay, so I have 13.
13. Okay.
Yes.
So since my attack's 16 and you have a total of 13, that means you're going to take 3 points of damage. However, what a guard is you know, like in Borderlands, you have the shield, and before you take damage, your shield takes the damage.
Mhm.
That's what a guard is in Otherworlds. The reason why they're called guards is because some characters in Otherworlds have actual shields, so I don't want that to be confusing in that way.
Okay.
And there's also an armor stat as well. So
But she doesn't have armor.
Right,
But yeah. Let me see. So does Rosaline have evade on hers or not?
No.
Okay. So for you, you wouldn't roll the 2 dice. You just roll the 1 dice.
Okay.
She might have armor though.
I have 10 armor.
10 armor. Maybe I think the number comes.
Or
after.
sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
2
so,
armor.
Okay, I was about to say, man, like she is.
Indestructible.
So yeah. So how armor works is whenever. So instead of rolling 2 dice like she did and choosing the highest, you roll 1 dice and add it just like she did. But your armor functions as a permanent guard, so the armor will reduce the damage you take by that amount. So you always reduce damage you take by 2.
Cool.
The difference between an armor and guard is that the guard goes away for the rest of the round and doesn't come back until. So if she's attacked a second time, you wouldn't factor it in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So what that means is if you got hit with a 16, you got a total of 13. You take 3 points of damage, but your guard absorbs it. And this 3 right here means it's how much it recharges by. So it protects you by 3 and then comes back by 3. But then if you get hit again before it's your turn at 16, you get 13 total. You take the 3 damage. You've already had your guard depleted, so then you take the 3 damage. And I'm fully aware that this is... So they have played one of my games before, or they played an RPG I made called Trick or Treat.
That was so much fun.
Which I'm glad they had a really good time. And that one you can actually pick up in our Vault of Goodness if you're a V-Scriber. And it's for free for anyone that wants it. That one's a very rules-light game. And this game surprisingly rules-light compared to other RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
But it is definitely more complex than the Trick or Treat RPG is.
That's funny.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So what if you have like edge? So
Uh-huh.
I roll 2.
Yep.
Both 6s. Do you take one away before the dice explosion?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to verify that.
Yeah.
It's like which stacks first, the dice explosion or the edge?
The edge does, and that's a good question too. We've had that asked before. Let's see. So astrality, you don't have to normally worry about. Astrality is, you can think of it as your mana. It's your every character has like astral or like a mana component to them, but that doesn't mean that you actually always use it. So your character is not going to be using it that much, but his character does. Like, what's your astrality?
36.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
I have a lot of magic. All
Yeah.
my attacks require it, though.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you ever get drained, like there's some creatures that can drain your astral, and if they drain it, you feel exhausted. So that will affect how things go. Your discipline is pretty important. What that does is before you make a roll, you can use a discipline to gain an edge on any roll you make. But you can only use 1 discipline per roll.
Okay.
So that could come in handy, and you can.
You have to use it before
And
you roll.
it looks
You
like
have to
I
use it
can
before
get
you roll.
one too.
Yeah. Yeah, once per day you can flip a coin and call it, and if you call it correctly, you gain 1 discipline. Yep.
Nice.
Let's see what else we got here. So speed is how much you can move. It's always by times 10 when it comes to if you're imagining it. Like I think for the Trick or Treat one, we played Theater of Mind, which is what they call it, where you don't use a grid.
Okay.
We didn't use a grid, did we?
No.
For that.
No.
Okay, yeah. So basically, it's 50. She can move 50 feet on the grid. She moves 5 spaces. We have
Okay.
everything by 10 spaces.
Okay.
So we made that easy to translate 5 to 5. For initiative, that's whenever combat starts. We'll have everyone roll for initiative, and what that means is you roll 1 dice, add it to your initiative stat, and then whoever has the highest result will start us off.
Okay.
For your skill proficiencies, well, first of all, skills, it says Brawl, Deception, Gambit. You don't have to worry about this. This is just showing people how her abilities came to be. Her abilities are all comprised of these 3 skill branches. Because in Otherworlds, whenever you make a character, if you think like Borderlands, you know how there's the skill trees where there's 3. You get to make your own skill trees in Otherworlds, and hers is Brawl, Deception, and Gambit. If you wanted to, someone else could make a character that had Deception, Gambit, and like Shadow, like Shadow Magic or something. But skill proficiencies during the game, I may say like you might want to try to like jump a huge gap, and I'll say make a Dexterity Acrobatics check. And what that means is you'll take your Dexterity number, which is 9, and your Acrobatics number, which is 2. It'd be 11, and you roll a dice and add it to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, if I say something that you don't have, then it's considered 0. So, for example, she doesn't have investigation. So if I said make an intelligence investigation check, then you would roll. You look through here, and it's all in alphabetical order too. So you can skim through the A's, skim through the C, see that there's no investigation, so you have +0, but you still get to add your intelligence. So you'll do 3 plus whatever you roll.
Oh, okay, plus whatever you roll.
Yeah. Now, I'll say 3 is like pretty average intelligence too, so your character's not dumb by any means. Just anything above that is like getting into like superhero territory, like really good stuff.
Oh my god.
Everything, all the stats max out at 12, by the way.
Smarty McSmartsman over here.
For languages, a lot of times that won't come into play unless I mention like, hey, do you have this certain language, and then you can look and see if you have it. Now, what's interesting about Kaya is she knows the Nether language because her whole family, like her whole clan, was exterminated by a demon because they have celestial blood, which is capable of destroying demons. And he thought that he killed her, and turns out that he didn't. And she comes back like 20 years later, and she's like, "You thought you killed me, but you didn't. I'm here to kill you." Yeah. This is before that point, but it's still her. But she had to learn. She wanted to learn like their language and how they operate and
So
stuff.
she could tell them off.
Yeah, basically.
I want you to understand me when you die.
Usually, whenever you dual wield weapons in the game, you suffer a small penalty for that to make it where it's not like overpowered or anything. However, to make it simpler on you, I purposely did this. She has a skill called Gun Duality. You disregard any gun wielding penalties.
Yay!
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about dealing with the penalty.
The whole thing with my girl is that she has guns.
Yeah,
I was like,
no, I purposely set her up to where you don't have to worry about that. She has Gunslinger's Dodge, so you can spend a discipline to change your defense roll to a 6, but it doesn't count as exploding, so you don't get to keep rolling dice.
Okay.
Let's see, Hasted Hands, you roll 1d6, and the result of 3 or higher, you get to reload both of your guns. Boost, so boost skills are skills that you get to use 1 boost skill a turn. So whenever it's your turn, if you have multiple boosts, you can only use 1. Otherwise, you can move and you can perform an action. Swapping weapons and picking up stuff doesn't take an action. I think that's the... Oh, yeah. So here's the last... I think this is the last main mechanic in the game. There's something called combat maneuvers. And I have this little chart here. That means whenever you roll 6s in combat, you get to perform a combat maneuver. So, if you're attacking someone and you get 1 6, you can choose to either stagger or surge. Stagger means that they will lose edge on their next roll. And surge means that you heal by 1d6. So it becomes pretty simple about which one you want. If you're wounded, you probably want to heal. If you're not wounded, you probably want to stagger them. Or maybe if they're a very defensive opponent and they have a shield, they're blocking a bunch of attacks. If you land an attack, get to stagger them, that would help your allies take them out.
Okay.
And then once you get to 2 successes, you can do some crazier stuff. You can disarm them, you can deal double damage to them, you can knock them to the ground, or you can pierce their armor, doing straight damage to them. Or you can get a speed attack, which means you get an additional attack on them. If you get, let's see, okay, so it's not listed on here, but if you ever get 4 successes, you get an automatic, you automatically succeed, and a legendary tale gets told about you for all of time, and it will go down in history as something crazy. So, I've seen a guy one-shot a boss that way. That normally doesn't happen because 4 6s are very hard to come by, but it can happen. Now with spells, for example, he can do different combat maneuvers. He can do trespass, ignoring their guards, and he can do dual cast, where he can copy the spell into a second spell and copy both. If you defend, you can tank or deflect damage, or if you have the evasion perk, which you do, you can dodge and counterattack. So with Akaya, this is going to be very important because with dodging, if you roll a 6, because all you need is 1 success, you get to automatically evade a single attack and ignore all damage and effects from that attack.
What's cool is you also roll 2 dice when you defend, so you get to...
Yeah.
So
So it means that she's very dodgy. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what it says, though, if it's an area of effect attack, like if it's an explosion, then you don't automatically get to dodge it. Instead, you take half damage.
Okay.
And then counterattack is if you get 2 successes with them attacking you, then not only do you automatically dodge it, but you also get to attack them back, and they don't get to defend against it.
It should be noted, though, that if they roll 6s, it counteracts your 6s.
That is very true. So if I attack you, I roll a 6, and you roll a 6, then you don't get the automatic to evade.
Okay.
Now I'll pass this between you guys. Like I said, I'll answer your questions and stuff, but especially for the combat maneuvers, it might help just to have that as a reference.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Matthew, did you have any immediate questions? Since I did that very much with Rachel's character sheet.
I'm sure some will come up, but none right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, it's perfectly fine if questions come up. We'll have let's see, these guys over here maybe.
That
Look what you've done.
you made him breathe too much.
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't have the music set on loop, so it's just playing through like random songs probably.
How dare you?
Actually, it's charged now, so I can not have to worry about that. Okay. Bishopville. And if the music ever gets too loud, just let me know, and I'll turn it down. Or more precisely, let Caleb know, because he's watching the chat.
I am indeed.
Okay. I did do some testing, though, with the music earlier, and I think I have a pretty good idea of the volume it needs to be at. So, Oasai Ruins. You've been invited by the Rise Corporation to partake in a scavenger hunt of sorts. Buried deep within the ruins of the Oasai lies an artifact of magnificent power, or so the legends say. The origins of this artifact have mostly been unclear, leaving many bandits, treasure hunters, and corporations looking for it until now. Recently, the artifact has been surging with astral energy, which Rise's radar was able to pick up on. All prior attempts to retrieve the artifact by Rise Corporation have led to the less than favorable results, aka they died. Rise, no longer wishing to lose their men, has contacted a group of adventurers based on their reputation. That group is you guys.
The robot looks like it's got that really old school military flat cut.
Yeah, I'll show that to the screen whenever we get there. So just so you know what the what a wanderer looks like, it looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
These are what you guys use to travel between worlds.
No.
I'll show it to the screen. So,
They're technology, not magic.
yeah, it's technology. It's actually ancient alien technology, and through the awakening, which is this this thing that happened. So basically, on all these different worlds, like imagine you know how like the pyramids are kind of mysterious and cool that we have. They're ancient. Well, imagine if pyramids were on every other planet we ever discovered, and then this time period happened. This like moment happens where all of the pyramids light up, and they were actually some sort of technology, and they all powered up and became something more than what we thought.
Wow.
That's what happened in Otherworlds. But aside from it being pyramids, it's various artifacts, and then there's gates and stuff that allow you to travel between worlds.
Very cool.
So, this is actually this is taking place around 80 years after that. So at this point, people have kind of been familiarized with like, okay, there's other planets, there's other races, and it's not that sudden shock of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But it's taking a lot of time though to try to. There's still some weirdness going on. So, the Oasai ruins are located on Faragna, which is one of the worlds. It's the world where they have giant trees, giant creatures, like giant spiders and stuff.
Also
The Leogan, which is Brisgar, and the Phalanx, which is Itav, this guy. A lot of the furry creatures, the furry-based creatures from the world. So you guys are going to the furry planet.
The furries.
Yay.
All right. So, also, just so you know, this might help out. I actually have a relationship chart in the book that explains your relation to the other characters in the party.
Oh, okay.
Aside from Matthew, because he's playing Rosa.
Because I'm not in the book.
Yeah.
Off
So-
the grid.
Stranger
You can't
danger.
get with us. Just kidding.
So Akaya,
They're like dog people, by the way.
so Akaya sees Saul.
Yeah, I see that.
Akaya sees Saul as a friend, but irritated by his tests, questions, and comments made toward her. And what this is about is because you know that she's from a celestial lineage and stuff, and so being inquisitive and stuff, you just constantly want to ask her, you know, like about that because it's something that a lot of people don't know about.
He's a knowledge seeker. That's his goal.
Okay. And about Thurex, you question his loyalty because Thurex is the newest member of the party, and he's actually known.
He looks.
Yeah. So if you want, let's put your character here, and I'll read her little story to our audience. So Akaya is the lone survivor from her people's tribe. Long ago, her family did everything they could to protect her from a treacherous demon by the name of Duraxus. He sought to destroy all in her bloodline because within it, someone carried the blood of the Oathkeeper. An Oathkeeper is capable of celestial powers that Duraxus has reason to fear. This is why he hunts them. From the age of 7 to 19, Akaya had to survive the harsh conditions of wild beasts on her homeworld, Zepidin. She has since found a wanderer, a teleporting device, affording her the chance to pave a new way to a new life, a new family, and a journey of vengeance.
Whew, spicy.
I meant your character sheet, by the way.
Oh.
That's fine. I wasn't specific, but that way they can see the art. Okay, and then let's put let's go ahead and put Matthew's character up so they can see Rosaline. She's a Dandrick from the Wild West steampunk planet known as Dorgan. And then let's get Thurex in there.
Thurex.
So Thurex found himself in many bad situations on his homeworld Brutana due to his obsession with conquering. He wasn't born as strong as other Vantikar, and as such has been nearly killed a dozen times.
No longer okay with this.
Thurex despised feeling weak and always dreamed about becoming more powerful, but wasn't sure what he could do about it. It was then that he realized it wasn't his raw strength that gave him the advantage, but his intellect. He has since become a bounty hunter and found more useful tools and equipment to help him gain power, such as a guard and a trusty hand cannon. One situation brought him back to Brutana, and that was a mission to take out a dangerous clan of Vantikar which had almost killed him years ago. Thinking this would be his last fight, he was saved in the nick of time by Brisgar, who blocked the incoming strike from an axe with his enormous shield. Since then, despite favoring to work alone, Thurex has reluctantly joined Brisgar in his journey. While he doesn't always enjoy being part of a team, he does see the benefit in it. Hey, that's about his voice too.
I thought he was strong.
So I need to note this. Thurex
He's the tank.
Thurex is strong. Thurex is actually the strongest person in the team aside from Brisgar. He's stronger than everyone else. But you're trying to be the strongest. And what's funny is even though your character says like your character has a brain, he's intelligent. He has 3 intelligence.
I know, he's got 3.
It's because that's very intelligent for his race. So
I have an 8.
Shut up, 8.
Oh my god.
So here's what's crazy. Your character at least grew up physically weaker than the other people of your race, but also smarter. But you're still way stronger than anyone else here, and about the same intelligence as most people here.
My strength's a 3.
Yeah.
Kick you.
You're more than double the strength of everyone here.
Outthink this kick.
So that's his backstory, and then can we get Saul in there?
Yeah.
So this is Caleb's character. So Saul is a pursuer of knowledge and the arcane arts. He sees the potential in the universe and in himself and what he hopes to accomplish. He believes that through his adventures he'll gain the wisdom needed to unlock the secrets of Astral and the magical abilities it carries. During his travels, he's came across a band of adventurers, 2 of which were most interesting to him, Akaya and Kara. They mistakenly saw his interest as awkward flirting, when in reality his interest was in Akaya's Oathkeeper bloodline and Kara's Zodokar mark. So, Akaya, are you still
Socially
yours?
awkward.
So Saul, you're interested in the Oathkeeper blood that Akaya has, and for Thurex, has a problem paying any attention to Thurex or noticing anything of noteworthiness that he does.
Really? You're sharks. You don't trust me and he ignored me.
It's like, I don't trust you, but like, I double don't trust her because like, she's
not
you're the
normally
new
part
guy,
of
but like,
history.
she's like the newest new girl, so don't trust you guys at all.
She's like your imaginary friend.
What's funny is everyone else that's not in the game actually believes more in Thurex than the people in the game. Like Brisgar is like watchful of Thurex, but he believes he's a hero at heart. Etavivik believes Thurex. Oh no! Etavivik believes Thurex will betray the group. He keeps his eye on them because he's the scout.
That's why he's not in the group.
Can we
I
like
had to
make up?
misplace him.
Can we make up a story for Rosaline? Like,
Yeah,
she
so
could,
I'll
like-
say Rosaline's actually an entrepreneur. She owns her
Yeah.
own store on Dorgan. and she has this like gun mark. It's like a gun shop.
Ooh.
And
Marcus.
her little quote I gave her is, "She's a better shot than you are." So she's very confident in her skills. And actually, I have a little story here. I have your traits. I have your destiny, which is what your goal, like your end goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Your conviction is like your beliefs, and your connection is what you hold most dearly to you.
Okay.
So that should give you a pretty good explanation of your character too.
What
Yeah,
do I think about people?
It says mine's allergic to chocolate. I assume because she's dog-like.
Oh my god.
For Thurex, he admires Akaya's survivor qualities, because she's a survivor. And for Saul, he admires Saul's intellect, but is annoyed by his pursuit of knowledge and less
I'm
than...
admiring everyone here.
Thorax, you can see through his like helmet. He's like blushing. He's like, senpai.
Well, I do say you're annoyed by his less than violent... You wish that he was more violent. But you,
It's not a bad thing for you to wish.
yeah, you just
I'm
wish
glad
that he
I'm
was more
not
violent.
violent.
Man, I wish we were playing. I just rolled double sixes.
Yeah, you should have held off on that.
Now you're gonna roll double ones.
Snake eyes.
Okay.
It's actually an ability.
Bang, bang, bang.
By the way, this guy was trying to mention Storm Shadow in the story the other day, and he said, "Hey, do you have anything that's White Tornado?" I said, "Who?" He said, "You know from G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes and White Tornado." I said, "You mean Storm Shadow?" He said,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, that guy."
White
He's like, "He's my
Tornado.
favorite character." It's like, what?
It's like
That's
Red
like-
Tornado, but before he was painted.
Yeah, that's like the dollar store
White
brand.
It sounds like an actual
Yeah,
like hero,
G.I. Joe.
like a false hero kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, so players meet at Rise Corp headquarters. The building is tall and high-tech, and as the players near the entrance, the doors automatically open. Inside is a well-lit and clean facility. A few assistants can be seen walking at a brisk pace into their various offices. Neatly trimmed plants of various geometrical shapes and an indoor waterfall can also be seen as the players enter. So if you've played where you've seen like the Hyperion City or something, that's kind of like where you guys are at.
Okay.
This is on Anthos, where they have these different technological cities,
No,
but they have they have various kind of monsters and wilderness surrounding that. So you have to like kind of take these trips to these different places. You guys are in one of the biggest cities though on this planet.
Okay.
Anthos. One of my favorite cities.
Or worlds.
Yeah. Sorry. New Glory. Are we in New Glory?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you guys are in New Glory. So upon entering, a young man by the name of Eric approaches the group timidly. Hey everybody. My name's Eric. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm gonna need to take your weapons from you, just because it's policy. We can't have you carrying around all these hand cannons and revolvers and more hand cannons and this. Oh my gosh, is that a battle rifle and a sword? Okay, I have a bin that you can put them in.
I have a rocket launcher.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, if you will please put the rocket launcher in the bin with everything else. Just place it in very gently.
Don't mess up my stuff, please.
Can I use my
I won't mess up
deception?
anything.
Can I use my deception to keep my things?
Yeah, you can try. So this is going to be dexterity stealth.
Here we go.
Okay.
So you roll one dice, unless you want to burn a discipline on it, which you probably don't want to.
They come back.
Wait.
Get you in.
Could it like? Okay, he's Eric. He's not gonna do anything.
He's Eric.
2. Wait, I added onto the
Your
9.
dexterity plus your stealth, if you have any stealth. Which the stealth is all down here, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. Survival stealth. Okay, yeah. So I have 10 plus 2, 12.
Okay, so as he walks up and he looks at his rocket launcher, you're just like, and you're just completely concealed.
Nothing to see here.
It's like, I use my fist. You have the gloves, and you're proficient in brawling, so.
Yeah. Just need these bad boys.
Highly respectable, miss. Highly respectable. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, so much.
Seriously, don't mess up my sword.
Yeah, he's really
I won't.
particular about that stuff. Like you'll hear about it.
Thank you. And what about you?
I think I'm gonna do the same thing as her. With
Okay, roll.
Oh god. Wait, he has
Guns,
10
please,
dexterity and
that's what I'm saying. No stealth, but
But I mean, he's
well,
rolling off
no,
a 10.
10 dexterity
Yeah.
plus
no stealth.
no
No
stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so just one, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
10 dexterity.
Oh, explosion! Anytime we explode, we should just all go, explosion!
Do it again.
Alright, roll another die.
Okay, so your
Nice.
total is 19?
19.
Okay, so with that, you
Guns,
put
what
your
guns?
you lift up your hat and you put your handgun in there
Like a
and
loading
set down your hat.
Just right in front.
So
of him.
basically-
Puts a rocket launcher under his head.
So basically, while he's watching my rocket launcher, she's sneaking, and then while he's scolding him about taking care of his weapons, she's like,
It says I'm super protective of my personal belongings. So.
I'm curious. Are you their bodyguards?
No, there are bodyguards.
Then why do you guys have the weapons?
Because
In case
us
we die.
women are so advanced, we don't need the weapons,
Yeah,
Eric.
fight the patriarch.
This is
That's what we
quite
say.
the advancements. Let me take some notes. He pulls out like a little pencil thing with a stylus. He's like,
Eric, in this modern world, you can't be like this
Can't
towards
assume.
women. We're just above it all.
I highly apologize. I'm so sorry.
Eric, don't mess up my sword.
I won't, sir. I won't. All right. He walks away.
I don't like it. He smudged it.
Alright, so the secretary behind the desk looks like she's very stressed out and that she's been working very hard. But she tells you that Mr. Rise is on the top floor, which is floor 30.
Okay, so who's gonna press the button? Thanks.
Alright, you get in the elevator, it shuts, and there's that awkwardness where it just sits there for like way too long. Alright. So the door ding opens up. You see that there's a room that is all the lights are off, and you see that there appear to be 5 silhouettes of people, all with their hands like this. And you hear a guy says, "Come on in."
I'm skeptical. I'm like tiptoeing in, kind of. Like,
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
I have words for sale.
As you walk in, the lights they all come on. You see that there are 5 some sort of corporate employees, executives of sorts, and the guy in the middle stands up and he says, "Hey, my name's Seymour. You can call me C for short. It's a pleasure to meet you." He slicks back his hair and you can hear the gel just.
Oh.
And he goes to shake. Who's gonna be the one in the front? Who are you guys appointing as
I'm
the leader of
appointing
this,
you
this
because
mission?
you have the intelligence.
Right. Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Alright. So with this, I actually have an illustration of Seymour.
Nice.
Oh.
There it
Yeah.
is.
When Vincent came out with this character, I was like, okay.
Okay.
You're like, what?
You're gonna see
Okay.
a striker.
What? Alright. So, Seymour is a human. He stands 6 foot tall. His long dark hair that's gelled back. He wears business attire, similar to the people next to him.
Ivan?
Eisen.
Kind of. When you talk about slicking back the hair, when you think of Eisen was the first thing I thought about. Bleach.
Bleach, okay. So he's known as being the arrogant son of Eldwin, who is the CEO of Rise Corporation. You've heard that basically his father's been hospitalized, so ever since then his son's taken over for the company. But it's been a very recent endeavor, and
Well,
since
no,
then
that
Seymour's been making a lot of moves, a lot of power plays, as you can say. All right, so Seymour says, so before we get this whole mission started, I'd like to just make sure that you guys are capable. So do I have any volunteers of anyone that would like to volunteer their combat abilities against one of our combat bots? All right, I guess it'd be you.
Okay, capable. That's I instantly got to.
You don't have any of your weapons.
Hair.
All right, let's see what you got.
What are they gonna do?
Like the anime fist to the face, and then they go flying back.
God, on the one shot or practice, I had 5 6s in a row. I was about to destroy somebody.
They punch them and then they like vaporize.
Okay. So with this, let's see. All right. So I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative.
1 dice.
Yep. I need a dice.
Here you go.
Thank you. World Master has red. And
Oh. Oh, it's the exact same roll.
Oh.
So it's just whoever has a higher number.
He copies me with these 6s all the time.
What's your initiative?
Is it? Where? Where do you see that? I'm blind. Okay, yeah, there. 12.
Okay. So the combat bot, it's sitting there, and its eyes are just, you don't see anything, but then they all start lighting up red. And he puts his machine gun behind them. It says, combat bot ready to kill. And it just jets at you before you even get a chance to move. And he jumps up in the air and gets to punch you right in the face.
What the heck's his initiative?
More than yours.
More than 12, huh?
Programmed to be higher than
Fancy.
yours. Okay.
Put
So-
an iron mine.
So he's
Had
going
to win the
to
roll.
he's going to attack you. So he rolls a dice, and you're going to roll a dice. And are you defending, or yeah, your character's a defensive character. So this guy
Why
gets.
are we rolling the same things?
So he has a total of 19. Which for you, you have 4 added to your defense, which is 8, which would be 12. Your armor is 4, which would be 16. So he depletes your guard.
But you take no damage.
Yeah. Shatters your guard, but you're able to withhold your composure and not move. I was not expecting this conclusion.
Yeah, I know, right? My turn.
Alright.
Alright, so now I'm I think it'd be inappropriate in building the dragon breath. Might make a hole. Alright, so yeah, I guess I'm just gonna punch because I don't have any guns.
So it's going to go straight off your attack, which isn't listed.
Oh, I don't have an attack.
'Cause it's listed with your weapons.
It's your strength to just straight up punch.
But your strength's an 8, so no worries.
Or you could do your lightning breath.
You could narrow it into a small beam.
I just feel like that would just end very badly.
It is a robot.
Wait, do we get infinite moves, or
Yeah.
is it
You have one.
Okay,
one of each?
here's my
You
question.
can use it every turn if you want.
Okay, so you get one a turn, so it's like
Yeah, it's one.
not for the rest of the game. Okay.
Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind the robots?
You have a nice open area to fight in. Like an open area in this office. They have, we'll say for the purpose of this, they have kind of an extension,
If I remember,
like combat
you
area.
can cone it so that it'll lessen the distance.
Well, I was just gonna say how far is he from the wall?
He's currently like 30 feet away from the
Oh,
wall.
cool! It won't hit the wall. But I feel like that's gonna be if my punch doesn't work this time. I think I'm gonna get mad in a second and then probably breathe in his face.
Okay.
We're just gonna try to. He punched me, and we'll punch back. Feels cheap if I just straight up, just blast him. And so you were talking about discipline. When is that like?
Before you roll, you
Before
can
you
use a
roll, you can
discipline
use
to
it.
roll another one.
And then you remove the lowest.
Oh,
Gives
see,
you
I didn't know.
that-
I thought it was that the racial skill. Spend a point of discipline to reroll.
That's only him.
It's an added bonus that you
Oh.
can spend discipline for.
It's basically you never want to use discipline not that way. That's the best way to use it
Yeah.
with this guy.
I don't like that 3. We'll try again.
Okay.
Watch me
Except-
roll.
Except the only thing that makes discipline better is you can choose. This one, you got to go with the lower.
Yeah.
If you roll lower.
And I did.
What you gonna do?
All right. So you have a total of 10.
Yes.
All right. With that, you go to punch him. That was weak sauce. And Seymour says, "Hey, just so you know, I designed these bad boys to be very tough. You're gonna have to do more than that, Thorex."
Well, we're here bouncing off each other. No one's doing anything yet.
All right. With that, goes to punch you again.
Hey. You in fours.
4.
Score.
Got.
19.
Whatever we added up a while ago.
But one less.
But 1 less, so you take 1 point of damage.
One four.
Alright, your turn.
Guys.
Well, where's the slugfest right now? Let's keep doing it.
Are you gonna punch him again?
I'm gonna punch him again. Angry. Don't judge me. Swear.
Oh, double crit.
So anytime I play with Vince, and he's always like
You
this.
gotta run in the game.
He always rolls
I
sixes against
purposely
me.
did not use my good dice today, too. I was like, because everyone blames these awesome dice I have, so I won't use the good dice.
Okay, it's okay.
With that, he swiftly moves away from the punch, and he gets to counterattack you, which he had a 3, 15, 18 minus your armor, so
When it goes through your guard.
Yeah.
You have a guard.
so 14 points of damage.
Oh.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, counterattacks are lethal. So with that, he punches you, and you go flying back into the wall.
Are we allowed to interject?
Okay, whose move is it now?
Seymour says, "Feel free to interject if you guys want to prove
It's
yourself
actually
worthless."
his move now.
Oh yeah.
Not yet.
He pulls out his gun and starts trying to shoot you after you get blasted.
Really?
in the wall.
Shoot me?
Yeah.
I have no weapon. You know what? Screw it. Shoot away, homie. Fire a frick away.
Actually, no, he's not gonna. I see the machine gun is an add-on variant that increases difficulty. I'm not gonna add that because the more difficulty I increase for this, the less difficulty I can increase for the party later. So I'm not gonna do it. So he's gonna run up and he's gonna punch you again. Okay, so this will be a total of 19. So you take 2 points of damage.
Damn. Does anybody have any spells they can use? Because I'm not about to use
I've
my gun
taken-
because I don't need them to know that I have
I've
one.
taken 17 damage.
Saul, what do you have?
So
I could blow him away.
I'm against the wall right now, right?
Use a spell.
Yep.
Help him out. 'Cause
No,
we can't use our guns.
He's good.
I'm against the wall and he's right in front of me.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna dragon breath him. I am pissed.
Okay.
When I played Advanced Card, Dragon Breath was literally my move every turn. I love Dragon Breath so much.
But yeah, I was wanting to see if I could just duke it out with him, but I'm mad.
Well, your attack has been cut in half.
Yeah.
Like with the sword, you have 16.
Yeah.
So
Alright, so would I have like he just made me think about something like if I wanted like grab him and just blast right in his face because he's right in front of me and I'm against the wall. There's
Yeah.
no really movement. Is that going to cost anything extra to grab him?
I'll let you make that roll, but you're gonna need to make a strength athletics check, and he's gonna get to try to roll to dodge you from grabbing him.
Okay.
And
You'll still get
and if he succeeds in it, then he gets edged on defending your next attack. Only if he succeeds dodging the grab, though. That's the
Okay.
trade-off.
So it's my athletics and what
Strength.
plus this.
Yep.
this is going to be dexterity acrobatics.
Yep.
So it's 14 for me.
All right. He goes to dodge. He ducks, and as soon as he ducks, you grab him by his neck. You have him picked up, and you just breathe onto him. So how many dice do you roll for the dragon's breath?
Dragon breath is 7 plus 2d6 shock damage.
So
Okay.
you roll 2d6.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give you an extra d6 since he's completely stuck there.
Oh look, I got 3 in my hand. So I need one more. Thank you. So
6.
that's 10, 20, 26.
Okay. He doesn't get to roll because he's immobilized. So you. So as you're breathing lightning straight on this thing, it seems like it's taking it pretty well. And Seymour says, "Yeah, just so you know, you can absorb shock damage. So joke's on you." And it's just powering, and its arm explodes. This arm explodes, and this head explodes. And Seymour's like, "Well, I guess there's a limit to how much it can take. And then it collapses to the ground.
Yay! Support for the team! Yeah, yeah, yeah!
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Yeah, he did good. Alright, you guys proved your worth.
I want my sword.
Alright. Let me tell you. So the mission, you'll be going to the planet Faragna. We have adjusted a portal to send you guys to as close to the destination as possible. Unfortunately, we can't get you directly to the artifact because its pulse is disrupting. But once you're on Faragna, you'll have a straight shot to the ruin. Should be easy peasy. You'll need to travel about 4 miles through the woods before you reach an opening, and then you'll see the ruins. As for pay, you'll be getting 2,000 guild for your team. You can split that up however you guys deem worthy. Yeah.
It's electronic gold.
Okay.
How much was it again?
2,000.
It's 500 gold apiece.
Okay.
Which, for reference, I have in the back of the book, a first aid kit is 10 guild. Potion is 100 guild. Frag grenade is 100 guild. So, that's references for it.
Okay.
A basic sword is 150 guild.
Okay.
So, getting 500 a piece would allow you to buy like 4 swords.
4 swords.
4 swords! Alright, so is there any questions, guys?
Can we go now?
Of course. Be my guest.
Where's my sword?
Oh, yeah.
So, as I'm walking away from this robot, I kick it.
I am still barely alive. Shuts down.
Stupid thing.
Yeah, I know, right? Darn it. Linda, where's Eric at? He's supposed to be here with their weapons. And she's like, sir, I believe, I don't know, maybe there's a miscommunication. And he's like, you know what I do with people that miscommunicate. She's like, I know, you fire them. It's like, yeah, that's right. Tell CJ to bring up the weapons. Eric's fired. Alright, then you see a new guy that's also timid and shy. It's not the same guy though. And he's like, hey guys, here's all your stuff. Apparently someone has a rocket launcher. Oh. Alright, cool. Put you around. See you guys later. I did everything right, boss? He's like, yeah, you did fine. Get out of here. Talking to CJ, of course, not you guys. You guys are lovely. Amazing, in fact.
Scrap metal.
Alright, so with that...
I'm a little better at this machine. Caused me more trouble than I should have.
So with that, they fix up the portal. It's this gate that they have actually made, or they took actually the ancient gate and they repositioned it to be part of their headquarters.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. So as you walk through it, you appear in Faragna. And in Faragna, you're finally on this wilderness planet. Here's a picture for the world to see.
Is this the home of the furries?
Home of the furries.
Oh, okay.
What have I got myself into? We actually jump up by like thousands of views by pitching this to fear.
Furry con.
Alright, so welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Alright. So, anytime you need to leave, you can contact Seymour via your Echo Link. So your Echo Link is kind of like this device. It's like an earpiece. You can use it to talk to people, communicate to them. Alright, so through here there's a lot of terrain hindrances. There's a thick brush, large trees, and towering rocks that make it impossible for any vehicles to make their way through. Any character without Wildland Walk will suffer -2 speed and -2 dexterity while in this area.
Darn, I should have been illegal. If only I know.
You have Wildland Walk.
I do not.
The rest of you might not. So you have -2 speed and -2 dexterity while here.
What?
No, anyone but you.
Oh, okay.
Look at you, fancy.
You grew up on a planet that was very hostile and had all types of like eclectic terrain where there's trees, there's deserts, mountains. You've been through it all.
I'll take care of you noobs.
I'm down to a 3 on both of those.
Alright, as you're wading your way through the trees, you hear people whimpering and crying. Upon looking past the thick brush, you realize that there are 2 tourists hostages down on their knees that are captured by a group of 3 bandits. They're treating the hostages poorly by spitting on them and hitting them with the butts of their guns.
could be a trap. Like they could also be in on it. You know, it's like. I mean, should we step in?
I have my sword. I still feel very bitter.
You ready to blow off some steam from that fight?
Is there any way I can use my tracking skill to like hear what they're talking about?
Yeah, so what does your tracking skill say?
+2 bonus to wisdom, perception, checks that involve smelling or sound.
And then I also have a explorer's glass that allows me to see 100 feet farther. So we could have both eyes and ears on what's actually going on.
Alright, cool. So you guys communicate real quick. I just thought of something I wanted.
We're the new guys. So.
If there was a hostages, I would just shout a rocket launcher. Screw you guys!
I got this, fam.
You want to do something, or you want to see what they find out?
I'm gonna kill him.
No! We're gonna see and hear what they're gonna do first.
What you wanna do? When they come for you, battle
You going in with the sword on you too?
Oh, I don't use swords, my friend, unless absolutely necessary. Ah, terrain.
I have a lot more somewhere.
It's in the box.
Yeah, but where's the box at?
Should be in the closet. That's where I put it last.
Oh, nice.
Nice. It's not every day we get to be out in an area like this, you guys. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'll say I put it in there last time we did
Air.
Pokemon.
Fresh air,
Yeah.
like nice leaves on the ground, hostages.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Nice stroll.
Oversight on my part.
I have terrain in my face.
I mean, we're heroes, so it's good to be out doing hero-y things.
Oh, you threw it ground.
Do it on the ground.
Do it again. Alright, who's doing what? I'm just over here about to do something if someone doesn't go.
Well, I think we're still trying to wait for to listen in.
There's no time!
So really on Frogna, their trees don't really look like this, but I don't have crazy, uniquely designed trees, custom made. So we use what we can.
I swear to God, if I was going, I'd turn into a bear and just charge in there.
All right. So Matthew, you wanted to do tracking for what?
To listen what was going on, because like maybe they're holding information and that's why they're helping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll say since you have the tracking skill, what does it say that you do for track? It just says that you're able to track.
Yeah, it says +2 bonus to wisdom, parentheses perception.
Gotcha. Okay, so what I'll do is to listen in using that, do a wisdom perception check and add your +2 to it.
Okay. Okay, so that's 4.
4 plus your wisdom perception.
Yeah,
What is
wisdom.
that? Okay,
6.
6, so 10.
Plus the 2.
Yeah, your
Yeah, we did
wisdom
that.
and perception.
Do you have any?
Yeah, plus this 2.
Do you have
Wait,
a
wait, wait.
perception
No,
bonus? in your
he
skill
doesn't have a
proficiency?
perception bonus.
Okay.
No. Oh, wait, down here I do. Yeah,
Oh,
3.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So
Okay.
15.
15.
Right?
A lot better than 4.
Yeah. Okay.
11 better.
So you hear them all speaking crap to these two tourists, and he said, "You should have known better before coming here, you stupid tourist!" and kicks this guy. And he's like, "Please, just leave us alone."
Is there one that looks specifically in charge?
Yeah, the guy in the middle does look like he's in charge.
I'm gonna use analytical to scan him.
Okay. So go ahead and do an intelligence technology check.
15.
Okay. With that, you see on his person he has an assault rifle known as the Rabid Mule. It's a combat rifle, and it's capable of dealing poison damage to the foes it shoots. He also has a trench knife located on his right side. He seems to have some sort of notebook on him. And
How much would you say his rifle weighs?
it's a medium weight rifle.
Like 10 pounds.
I don't know the weight of guns.
It's important.
like, give me a what's is there an actual like real life gun that'd be close to? I can tell you then.
I don't.
Okay.
Maybe a Scar.
Yeah.
Sure.
What a typical assault rifle weigh?
So about if it's military grade, it's about 20 pounds.
Okay.
Really, they're that heavy? I mean, I guess it's all metal, so
Yeah, military grade is.
I've never held one before.
I'm gonna use Astral Storm to hit all three of them.
There are people right in front of them.
Hostages.
Hostages.
Otherwise, I would just bazooka.
Yeah, but I can hit all three of them with Astral Storm, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I guess when I was thinking of it, yeah, you could just arc the lightning over them and
It's
stuff.
a storm.
Yeah.
Question. While he's doing that, is there any way I can flank around to the guy over there on the far left? Just saying.
Yeah. So you want to be positioned right here?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys can go ahead and position yourselves wherever you want.
In case anybody wants to be fancy and dodge, they can dodge right into me.
Well,
Okay.
anywhere on the
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, I guess well, no, I guess if you want, you can put yourselves there. You guys can sing all the way around. Sure. You guys can do that.
It's like a video
I just wasn't
game
expecting
set
that, but
off
yeah,
into
yeah.
invisible
You guys can
wall.
do that.
Put your hands in the sky.
So I'm gonna consume 6 Astral to roll 2d6 plus my resolve.
Ooh, look at that.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, plus 8, 23. So if my roll beats their resolve, 23 beats their resolve.
They have 3 resolve.
They're done.
Okay.
So they take 2d shock damage. 2d6 shock damage. Now can I boost it with Toil and Trouble? It says with attack spells, roll 2d6 and choose the highest result. So like,
Yeah,
does that give
I'll
me
do
edge?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So all 3 of them take 8 shock damage. Is that right?
That's pretty good.
Wait, what? I thought your actual thing said 2d6 to begin with, and then the other one said roll 2d6 and
No,
take one
they
away.
take 2d6 shock damage. And then I added another one for this. This basically gives me edge on
And where are you attacking from?
just
You're gonna like walk through here and be like.
yeah, basically just peek
Okay.
out and be like
So you just walk through the woods as they're messing with these tourists.
Plot
twist. We're the good guys. By the way, the bandits look like this guy.
It's Batman.
Oh, okay.
They have the
It's a
actual
pretty-
doctors like taped up, and they're the clowns.
Nice.
So with that, Saul just comes busting up through the trees, just lightning arcing over the tourists and striking down each of them. They go, "What the hell?" and just start getting shocked. And, and then after his spell goes away, they're all like. And then initiative is gonna start. So let's go ahead and roll for initiative. We're gonna
I don't have to roll, right? Because I've already attacked.
You do get the roll.
Oh.
You can go straight
Oh.
right again. Yeah. Though, granted, you have a low initiative, I'm sure.
Where's the initiative?
It's 11. It's next to your speed.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay. I have 13. Okay, and I just do 1 dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that was too far. Sorry.
So I got a 14 total.
So I got 18.
I got 14 as well.
17.
Okay, so it's going to go the 3 bandits, then you, and we'll go clockwise around the table.
Oh man! Roll the second highest. I'm going last.
Yeah,
That's
that's
who goes first.
that's what we do to make it easy.
It's really confusing to be like.
Unless you wanted someone else to start. On your
Okay,
team.
so
Well, you
the
can hold-
bandits are still alive?
The bandits are going to, they look like they took some serious damage, but they're still alive.
Okay, but they're like not in a fighting.
I love Souls like.
No, they're
expression.
going to
It's just
fight.
Oh,
That's-
okay.
Yeah. But the bandits are going to get to go first, but
So
do
you're
you want to go
royalty
first
from,
after the bandits?
Black
Or do you want
Clover?
someone else to?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
more
just
like
gonna
that.
say this is your chance
you're
to
what- yeah,
surrender,
I'm no
or else
Sakura.
we're gonna
I'm like
beat
a-
you up.
Your Sakura's brother.
Ha, you know who we are. We are the Bandits 3.
Flagoli.
Asher,
Whatever.
Brocky, and Misto. And we're gonna kill
Actually,
you.
Brocco and
Okay.
Mister. Yeah.
Alright. So,
We all laugh in your
Yeah.
face. I'm just laughing. I'm like, uh-huh.
so this guy lifts up his machine gun and begins shooting at Saul.
Dance, boy, dance.
I'm gonna consume 2 Astral to activate Sage Armor
Okay.
for the rest of the
So 17 attack coming at you.
90, 80, 12. Okay, so I take 2 damage.
Okay, and now you're poisoned by 2 as well.
Okay.
Okay, and then he's like, "How do you like them apples and oranges?" And he's gonna back up into the tree a little bit.
Oh, look, it's coming to you.
And then,
Give it safe.
Brocky is going to walk up. He's like, "Man, I'm not feeling good today." He walks up to you with a shotgun. Goes to blast you with a shotgun. Okay, he has a 20. Just so walks out with this awesome moment. He just gets
use a
like,
discipline. Oh, you can use a discipline to add 1d6 to it. That's awesome. I'll keep that in mind. It's just regular damage.
Yep.
5, 10, 4. How much is it?
20.
So 6.
Yep.
Okay.
Still not dead. Shoots you
It's
again.
the second attack!
He has a 18.
It's not good.
Oh, so close.
18, so I take 4. Okay.
Okay. Then
Still one more guy.
let's see. I'm gonna have both of you roll a stealth dexterity check. And did you sneak around here too?
Yeah, I'm
Roll
over there.
a stealth dexterity check because I want to see if this person notices you or not.
10.
Since he's right there near all of us.
Yeah.
So I
They
have
rolled a
15.
1, so they probably didn't notice you. Did anyone get lower than a 5? No, actually, lower than a 7.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Saul.
They're
So
excellent.
what's bad though is the only person they know that's here is Saul. So this person looks at you, pulls out both their guns, and starts shooting you.
Is he close enough?
He's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're pistols, you know?
Yep,
Oh, they're not flintlocks, though. I'm used to
They're,
Wait.
yeah, they're not flintlocks.
Garbage.
Not the pirate campaign.
While he's like trying to attack him, can I use my ricochet round to like shoot him while he's trying
Unfortunately
to attack
not.
Saul? Okay.
Unfortunately, you have to wait until it's your turn.
Okay.
But what's cool, if you wanted to do something like that,
You can actually hold your action.
you can hold your action, which means instead of attacking this turn, as soon as someone goes to attack him or any of my other teammates, I'm going to attack them first. You can do stuff like that if you want, but
Okay.
you haven't gotten to act before this person acts.
Okay.
So it's all like this is all happening in a matter of seconds. Too.
Okay.
So this person just happens
Each
to be
full
shooting.
turn is 6 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. So this person is literally just like all this is going down like immediately.
Okay.
I'm basically looking like a badass over there.
Yeah.
Tanking hits.
Pulls out two
Swiss cheese.
two Kinkler pistols, shoots you the first one. Total of 8 attack.
Eight regular attack?
Yeah.
Why is this guy so much stronger than that guy? It doesn't go through then.
Okay.
Actually, hold on though. I'm gonna roll to see if I can do anything.
Okay.
Just in case. Okay, no. Because if I get 6s, I could surge and get some health back.
12.
I'm good.
Okay. So with that, we now go to Akaya.
Oh, okay. So I'm really close to this guy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna use Whirlwind Kick.
Why do you use Armored Savior? I probably would have died.
Okay.
Because like,
Shoot
can I
back in.
attack
Shoot
both
back
of them
in.
since they're both
You
kind of
do,
close?
but you'll
to me?
need to move here.
Okay.
And normally you can't move through enemies, but I'll allow you to make an acrobatics check to see if you want to run up his
okay.
back and bounce off his head and land on you.
Okay. Acrobats.
So dexterity,
check.
acrobatics.
Just lands in front of him.
Yeah.
So I have 11 to start with.
Hey, my Armored Sage gives me plus reaction.
So I have 16.
Astral.
Plus reaction.
Oh, plus reaction. Let me read it real quick.
It just says plus 2 armor plus reaction.
Sorry, Rachel. Armor.
Could you been doing anything?
Oh, as a reaction, this is
Oh.
continued. Reaction consume 2 astral, gain plus 2 armor.
Oh, okay.
So with you managed to run up the guy's back, jump off his head, land right there, and you can do the whirlwind kick and kick both of them.
Okay, I do
I
that.
see that would be like, what
So
the
for
fuck?
whirlwind kick, it is attacks all enemies within touch range. 11 plus 1d6.
Okay. Oh, so it's only 13.
Yeah, but you can use loaded dice. Use a discipline to make it a 6 if you want to.
Oh, then you can roll again.
Well, it ignores
All
that.
explosion? Oh.
You want to do it or not?
How fancy do you feel?
Can we rest before we go in? Since it's too
Okay, I'll use my discipline to make it a 6.
Okay. So what's your total after it's a 6 added?
What was my original thing that I was
11.
adding it to?
11 plus.
Okay,
whatever
so
you
yeah,
got.
it's 17. So Jeff said. So, all right. So how violent do you want this to be?
I want to kill them? Oh, wait, no. I don't want to kill them.
Do you want to kill them or not?
I want to have them,
Do
like...
it. Do it.
You can choose to knock them out. If this would kill them, you can
Are they
actually
human?
choose to deal.
I
Are
want
they
to...
They are human.
They're scum.
I want to break all their bones.
Every single bone.
She kicks him so hard it just breaks.
I want them to still be alive, but they're going to be like unleashed.
That's like off. That's
Okay.
worse than killing me.
So as Akaya lands, she smirks, and then Misto pulls his guns out right here, and the guy's like, "What?" and then pulls out his machine gun, and then right as they go to fire, you just smirk and you go, and you just spin and kick them all so much as all you hear is, and all their bones break, and they just collapse to the ground.
Meanwhile, Soul's over there like,
Nani?
Dude, we need a meme of just like Soul's face as it zooms in and it goes, "Nani?"
it should be his face from the.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now
What's always like an anime
we
really
go
hard
to
fight with them?
Rosaline's turn.
Nani?
I honestly, is there anything left to do?
Oh, there's
Yes,
this guy.
But
Shotgun man.
Yeah, I'm sure Caleb would appreciate if you dealt with that
I'm
guy.
gonna blow
Alright.
his face off if you don't.
all right, I do have a hand cannon,
Okay.
and so I have to like move using my speed.
Yeah.
Is that how it
So
works?
so down here we get a lot of questions about this, and I
Yep.
forgot to go over it. These are your different
Frustration's not
weapons.
gonna
You notice there's 3 numbers in between these brackets. The first number is its attack. You don't have to worry about that because I already factored it up here for you.
Gotcha.
The attack basically how you get these numbers is whatever this number is plus your dexterity if it's a ranged weapon, or plus your strength if it's melee.
Okay.
That's already factored in. The middle number is how much ammunition you have before you have to reload.
Okay.
So with her revolver, she gets 6 shots before she has to reload. And then the last number, which is the most important for you guys, is the range. So you can shoot up to 5 spaces away without having a penalty. Any space you shoot further than that, you get -1.
Okay. Cool.
But you can move 5. So when you move, you have to go in like straight lines. You
Right.
can't go vertically,
Diagonal.
but you can go.
Yeah.
Diagonally. You can go diagonal 1 space though.
Okay. And I can move as many spaces as like my speed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because my
It's
speed
6,
is
I believe.
6. Okay.
Yep.
So
They're
I'm gonna do
special
that.
ones.
So
Them and the Veraphin, I think, are the and the Feelings are the ones that have 6.
I don't know if I can pull that off. Let's see.
You get 1 diagonal move.
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And what's your range?
It is 7.
Okay, so when it comes to range for
Yeah.
things, you just
have to
count
be-
you count as close as possible. So you
Okay.
can do diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just in range.
Nice. Okay.
He's just looking at me like,
Go-
So I'm gonna attack with my 20 plus knockdown.
Yeah, so knockdown means that if usually it takes 2 successes to knock them down,
Okay.
but with you can use 1 success to knock them flat on their butt,
Nice.
which is really helpful for because then if he attacks them next, the guy can't defend himself,
Okay.
or he can, but he
Stupid shotgun.
gets a penalty on his roll.
Cool.
So I just want to make sure if you had anything that you might want to do. Okay, yeah. So I think you're good. Okay, just want to make sure that there wasn't something obvious you should be doing. Kind of thing. Okay, so you roll and add it to whatever your hand cannon's attack is.
Yeah. All right. 5 plus 20, so 25.
Oh,
Okay, so
so
with that, you see that he starts reloading. He's like, "You're gonna die," and you're getting ready to just blast him, and then all you hear is, and then this guy's head just explodes. And a fountain of blood shoots up in the air, and then as the blood in the body is removed from your sight, you see Rosaline in the back with her hand cannon out.
Can I like?
He's like, sup.
Can I like catch his body as it's falling and
Yeah.
energy drain it?
Yeah, you catch it, and it's all like it looks like you're catching someone on a dance, and you're just like.
I want my astral back.
Okay, you start astral draining them.
You could also astral drain these guys because they're not dead. I just crushed all their bones.
Okay, so I get 3 astral from this heaping pile of corpse.
All right, did you want to drain them too?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, I get 4 astral from that guy, and then I get 7 astral. So I'm back up to full astral.
All right.
But I'm almost dead.
So now, since you guys are new to this, once you're out of combat, we no longer have to worry about counting spaces for moving or anything like that. We're back to doing the more theater of mind.
Okay. I'm gonna loot guy's rifle. I want
Okay.
poison rifle.
And like one thing we can do too is like he wants to loot the guy's rifle for representation. We can move his character over there.
Okay.
Also, do they have any potions?
All right, so you loot the bodies. He has the rabid mule, which is his rifle. He has a trench knife. Does someone want the trench knife?
I'll take it.
Wait.
As I come pouting around the corner, I didn't get to do nothing. He's like running.
I picture him being like, I'm waiting for the signal, and then he's like, wait, and then he's like, it's my turn to shine, and he turns on the trees, and just like everyone's dead, everything's happening. He's like, darn it.
Yeah.
I'll take the knife.
It's only fitting that you had all the action last combat, so you missed all the action.
True.
But I have pent up frustration from that dang robot. Pissed me off.
You were just in your head about it the entire time. That's where like you were just like zoned out. Like I can't believe wow.
Should have been able to crush that thing. Alright, I'm taking this trench knife.
Alright, so he gets the trench knife. He also has red bandit armor, which counts as +2 armor. And he has a notebook, and it consists of 98 pages. Some of the pages, a dozen or so, are scribbled on with illegible words and pictures.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I like books.
One of the other bandits has the Timberwolf shotgun. Has 8 attack and has multi-attack too, so you get 2 attacks with it.
Anybody want that shotgun?
The one that switched you up?
Yeah, for real.
And there's also 2 more trench knives. So do you want all 3 trench knives?
Give me
or
the
you want
Zoro
to
style.
Give me the trench knives.
Okay.
We'll start throwing
Try
these
wheel.
things.
And there's the
No, you could actually throw them really well because your strength's really high. That's all. You can throw it from 8 spaces away.
Start throwing these trench. I hate you.
Alright, and then there's the Kinkler pistols, which are pretty lame pistols, but if someone wants those.
It did 6 damage to me.
6 total attack.
That's because you rolled a 1 on the first. It's like 8. You're like, I don't gotta do anything.
The tourists have been just completely dumbfounded this entire time at everything that's happened. And one guy's like,
it happened in like 12 seconds.
it's a guy and a girl, and the guy is like, I'm completely traumatized. And the girl's like, honey, let's get out of here. And the guy's like, thank you guys.
Wait, I want to loot them.
What?
I'm
I'm
sorry,
still
I just
alive.
saved your life. Like, do you have anything to give to
That's
me? You
so
saw my
kind.
partners took everything, so you have to give me something now. You saw what I did to those
I'm about to
guys.
say, I honestly
right?
don't see them
Make-
argue with you, and you just shattered 2 guys in one swoop.
Yeah, I want something.
Sure. So they reach in their pockets and they give you let's see,
I want money.
make a resolve intimidation check.
Resolve and intimidation.
Oh, sorry, not intimidate. Resolve influence. Intimidation isn't one.
That's 4.
Yep.
And
Plus,
then intimidation.
if you have any influence down here, I meant to say influence, but you don't have any.
No.
It's okay though. Because of the circumstances, though, I'm going to give you an extra dice roll. So roll 2 dice and add it to your 4 resolve.
Okay.
Okay. This is all we have. Please, we spent a lot of money on this trip and everything, and we're so sorry. But here's 50 gold pieces. So
Thanks.
here you go.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Can we please leave?
I guess.
Thank you so much.
As they're walking away, I pull out 50 gold pieces. I'm sorry about it.
I mean, you're gonna send them.
I'm gonna
guilds?
send them guild. Yeah.
And so
It comes out of
as
your
you walk
guild.
back, as you walk back, it's like, let me get your account information. That's it. Okay.
So I get plus 50 gold. So I have 550 guild now, and he
Well,
has.
once this is
minus
over-
50.
You're talking about currency.
I have,
we already have.
I have 800 on me.
Oh, I got money. I thought I was broke until this mission was over.
I'm dying.
All right. With that, I want everyone to make a wisdom perception check.
Wisdom
Can't make a
and
resolve.
perception.
Oh man, I'm about to die.
Okay.
You said what again?
So
Perception.
Wisdom perception.
9 plus
Oh.
6.
You
That's
get to
15.
roll another dice.
15.
Explosion.
20. I have 20.
So, Akai, you hear, and you've heard this before because you've dealt with these creatures before. You hear the pattering and howls of goblins
Thank
in the
God.
distance. They must have heard the gunfire, and they it seems like it's gonna take them probably about 20 minutes before they get here. So you have some time to prepare.
Can I rest?
I don't know, can you rest in 20 minutes?
This is going to be easy loot, you guys. Goblins ain't nothing.
So
We're
you
going to
seen
take
Goblin Slayer?
everything that they have.
Can I make a big?
They might be
Wait,
small,
do
but
I
they
have...
may be many. Have you
So
seen
in-
Goblin Slayer?
I don't. Dang it.
We're going to like Home Alone this because we have 20 minutes, you guys. Let's take all the
Set up
knives and
traps.
put them
We don't
face
trap
up.
tools. They actually exist, I think. But we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have them.
See, I have my Tinker's tool, so I'm going to take his
Oh.
knives and I'm going to put it in the tree so when they come, like, it's like,
Whose knives?
yours.
No, girl, you find your own thing. I have plans for these knives.
I'll give
I'm
you...
playing darts with these goblins when they come around the corner.
Okay.
You also have some extra items down here, by the way.
Okay, well, I'm going to put up the hemp so, like, when they're running, they're going to, like, just, like, be knocked out.
Like tripwires.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and you want to try to set it up to where it's adjusted for their neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to be like...
So I need to know. So
That
where
one
we're
really
at
short
right
goblin
here.
is like, wow.
Do we know where it's like where they're coming in from?
Yeah, thanks to Kai, she can tell it's coming from this general area here.
Oh, I have.
Or actually, I want it to be in the middle so they can't dodge it.
Okay.
I have 2 detonators.
Okay.
Are you detonating?
Do you want to set up
An
detonators?
explosive tool that may be set anywhere with at least 5 minutes of preparation. At any time, free action, the detonator can be activated to deal 5 plus 4d6 explosion damage. Since you said it coming from this way, it's gonna be her and her.
Okay.
Hey. So, also, I can,
near there.
I can perform basic miracles with thaumaturgy, and when it says adjust the sound of something, I'm going to make it where the explosions don't make any noise.
Oh,
Okay.
so they won't know what's going on with their fellow...
They just go see. They just see.
It's a quarter sound.
That'd be a crazy sight to behold.
Just this massive, just and like nothing.
Actually,
Guys.
yeah, I'm going to make the rope small so they trip over it and fall onto that.
Okay.
Oh.
So do you want the
I'm gonna
rope
wait till they
to be
pile
like
up
from
a
here
little
to here?
bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do with the 2 bodies of broken bones and the corpse?
Well,
Put the
we
broken
could
broken bodies on-
hang them up so it looks like they're just hanging out, so they're going to attack them first.
Oh, that's an amazing idea.
Like here and like.
Oh no,
Here.
They're just
You
getting
gotta lure
stabbed
them
by
in so they
goblins
want
and
to
yeah, so
be
dangle
here.
like right here.
So have
Okay.
one here and then one on the inside, so they're like,
And they're
"Let's
still
be
alive."
here."
Yeah, there's still
Yeah, so
alive.
they're like,
So dark.
or you can make it so they don't talk, so they don't know that they're in trouble.
Their
Instead
jaws
of
are
the
broken.
noise,
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah,
everything's
sure.
shattered.
Oh.
Yeah. So they're like, okay.
And then lay like the corpse on top of the other, like right, not on top of it, so it doesn't suppress the explosion. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's goblins, man. It's flesh. They're like,
Just like use the thaumaturgy
Okay.
in my voice. Hey, stupid goblins!
So where did you guys want to set up?
Thaumaturgy's a cool ability.
This is cool. I haven't got to see it used too much.
Changing the color of an object.
Wait, so we... What
Do the
did you say?
detonators like look obvious?
I mean, they're like silver.
I've got 5 minutes to
Okay,
set
I'm
up.
gonna make them black.
I'm gonna say if I've got 5 minutes set up, and
Yeah, we've got time.
if we got 20, I'm actually gonna make like leaves, like stuff over it. Just
Yeah.
I can make them like black voids, like solid black. You can't see them at all.
so, is there a range on the explosion? Like
It's always
radius?
unless it's stated, it's always gonna be like a 3x3. So it's gonna be like a square.
Okay, so I'm gonna get about right here. That way, whoever survives and gets through, I'm gonna cut down.
You can cone blast them.
I'm gonna.
God, I could.
stand- Wait, I can just stand anywhere. I'm gonna stand in the back here, farthest away from them.
You gave me a good idea. He said a cone blast. I'm saying right
I'll
here.
say you have to be within line of sight to do some of your.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Stop hitting me.
What about you, Matthew?
I say you're all a bunch of shooters.
I'm gonna stand guard right here in case they come
I'm-
this way.
I get to be the vanguard. What up?
I'm near dead.
Well, maybe you should. Can we stand back to back actually? Because like, what if they come after you?
They're gonna come from inside here. He's here.
Oh, true. Okay.
Yeah, it said that they would come from like this way, unless they decide to flank around.
Right.
Which they might after they see just an explosion with no
Soundless
sound.
explosions. Yeah.
Now, is the explosion itself voided out of sound, or is it that area?
It's objects.
Okay.
Well, I can adjust the volume of noise.
I was wondering, like, I like to see is
so
like,
it'd probably be the explosion.
okay, because so all they're gonna hear is other goblins just like screaming.
Body parts.
But they're all gonna be screaming if they're attacking.
True. Oh, look, it's a grunt.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, grunt, grunt, grunt.
All right. So with that, you see them coming down from a hill. They're all running down the hill.
This is an amazing strategy.
And you see that they see the dangling corpses up in the trees, and they're like, and they all go to run in.
Trip.
Trip,
Trip.
trip,
Trip.
no trip. But
No
they
trip.
blow up still.
So they're all right there.
This guy, the grunt, trips over the wire and face plants onto the detonator. And then just like a second hesitation, and then just.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like,
This guy's so confused.
Like-
they're all
I
right
will
there
say,
on it and all that.
this guy is about twice the height,
He's a hobgoblin.
and he's gray instead of being green.
Okay.
Your champion.
But yeah, so since they're within range and both of those are in range, I'm just like. All right, so do I need to roll for? I need to roll for each one.
Mm-hmm.
So I need another die because it's 46.
Oh, can I start out concealed?
Yeah.
Man's like, I need to plug some of these holes.
Let me check chat.
Check the chat.
So, 5. That's 10. That's,
I need another dice. Thank you.
so, this one right here is 18.
Okay.
Favorable.
Oh,
I need more dice, please.
that explosion kills the other guy.
I
It's
know.
huge.
Give me a second. I'm gonna roll 3 more.
Let's see, that's 2 of them would be double damage. Well, I don't think it works on industrial weapons.
Okay, so that one over there is 18. This one is 6, 12, 18, 21, 27, 31, 36.
Okay. With that, he trips over the wire, face plants into the bomb. Just. It just all you see is their faces go. As it just, and all you see is like steam left here, and then this one explodes, and they are severely wounded and bleeding, but they start trying to stand back up, and
Out of the ground and turn the foot and get out.
then this guy's gonna walk in.
Did he take nothing from that?
He took
He's
nothing.
not in the 3x3.
I know, but still, it was 3 6s.
He goes to
Okay,
walk in,
look up.
and he walks over the tripwire, all intimidating, and cracks his necks, and steps on another detonator.
Joke's on you, sucker!
With that, he cracks his knuckles, cracks his neck, and let's roll for initiative. So roll and add it to your initiative stat.
God! It's rolled a 6 again, folks.
15.
Or
So you guys have to beat 27 to not go.
Second.
Yeah.
I got 14.
Okay, who has the highest among you guys?
I had 15. What did everybody else
Yeah,
have?
so Kai goes
17.
first. Oh, okay. Thurix goes first. One of the players goes. So he cracks his knuckles,
There we go.
moves up. Oh, I forgot he has to wade past these guys.
Yeah, I must say, they're not alive anymore, I don't think.
Alright, so
They're right there in the mass of that. Just
he runs up to
36
you
damage.
and he goes to punch you because people love to run up and punch you.
Apparently. I got that kind of face, I guess.
This will be 19. No, actually, hold on. Wait, he has something here. Okay, so yeah, it's 19, and if he damages you, he punches you in the throat, making it so you can't speak for 1 round.
I don't talk much anyway.
That's for people like me. You can stop spellcasting.
Yeah,
Because all spellcasting is terrible.
yeah.
Nice.
Well, not all of it, but a lot of it is.
A lot of it is.
So what is everything I'm at again? The defense, which is 8 plus the 5. So that's 13. And then armor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 17. Do I have guard?
Yes.
If you were to take the damage, yeah. So and so it.
So I'm at 17. I don't know if there's anything else I would add.
yeah, he's 19 total.
Okay.
So 19 to your 17, so you take 2 points of damage. Guard absorbs it,
You have 1 guard left.
Okay.
and that means the throat punch is null and void too. So and he just goes. With that, these guys start trying to get up, and
Come off!
they look at him and they go.
Are they running from me or him?
It's like missing an arm.
All of you. Yeah, he's just missing armor. Alright, so Thurex, you're up first.
They don't know what happened. Oh god. How much of an impact blast is the rocket launcher?
You'll hit yourself.
Okay. I was wondering about to say, I was like,
It's an explosive, so it's a
We
3
had
by
those
3.
knives
You
that
could
you were
shoot
so
it,
adamant
but
about
if you-
keeping.
If you shoot it behind him, it would hit him and not you. If you act like you missed him, and then,
Or you can just do dual trench knives.
or you could just pull out your sword. I mean, you have a lot of
Just start
options
hacking
here.
them down the sword.
You get edge. You get 16 attack plus edge. It's pretty good. Like rolling off a base of 16.
yeah, we'll try the sword.
Wait. I want to scan it.
For a second, I thought you said skin him.
You should let me scan him.
Wait, can I analytical?
I know, it's
Is that-
one of my abilities.
Well, no, it's...
Oh, wait, you have it too. Yeah, you can scan
Yeah,
every
charge
action.
free action.
Yeah.
Yeah, scan him first to see if he has any weaknesses.
So what, I just roll 1?
Yeah, and it's intelligence technology.
Shut up.
I have an intelligence of 8.
I have intelligence of 3 and technology of 3.
I have a technology of 3.
Shut up. I'm smart too. Not that smart. So 5, 8.
Okay. You learn that the goblins are weak to frost, and the gray goblin in particular has 50% damage resistance.
50% damage resistance.
Yep.
Do you have anything that deals fire damage?
No, I have lightning.
That won't work. Because if you deal fire damage to him, it does double damage to flesh, and he's not wearing armor. Back, I would assume. Is he wearing armor? Can we look at him and see armor?
He's not wearing anything that's really protect. He's wearing some types of armor, but it's so out of shape that it's not really helpful.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yep.
What does so 16? That's with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
What would bang 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 do? Because it says your base dex and strength are lowered to 0 this attack.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So it'd be 3d6 plus your hand cannon. So it'd be 3d6 plus 8.
Oh, so that's with the that's only with the hand cannon.
Oh, it's within you. It's sorry. So with your sword, it would be 7 plus the 3d6.
Bang bang bang.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Trying to think, would that be worth it or?
There's more chance of exploding.
Or of
The
exploding?
dice exploding. Sorry.
There's,
Oh,
less
yeah.
there's less of a chance of it getting through,
There is.
I think. It's three
It's
separate
definitely
attacks, right?
it's definitely more of a gambling.
No, I don't think
Three
it's
separate attacks?
No, it's one attack.
One attack, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
A roll
So the
high
only
enough.
way, the only
You
way
can-
it's gonna be worse is if he rolls like all threes or maybe all twos or something.
I'll just do the regular attack with edge.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything I need to see. Oh, what the heck? Up to your choice within earshot, need only one success to perform the execute combat maneuver until the end of. What is that?
Execute does double damage.
Yeah, so if you can hit him with it, it'll, if you roll one success, he'll do execute. He'll deal double damage nullifying his half damage.
Yeah.
So I.
You'll deal regular damage. He has a boost, I think.
That's an action.
Oh, it's an action. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Okay. I'm gonna do bread for battle.
Okay. To get to reroll dice.
Yep.
You're out of discipline for the day.
I'm out of discipline.
You don't get two.
No, he
I
has
have
four.
You have four?
Yeah.
How'd you get so many?
He has the gambit skill branch.
Ah. Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
There we go. Come on, baby.
Heyo.
That's fine. So that's 8 plus 16, so 24.
Okay. All right, with that, he goes to block with his arms, and just your blade cuts deep into his arms, and he backs you up, and then you go to slash across his stomach, and he starts bleeding out of his stomach as well. He picks up his fist, ready to fight. You wounded him pretty good, but he's still capable of fighting.
It's alright. Three of us got that attack.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Now, Kai, it's your turn.
Okay.
Shoot her. Shoot her.
How close is he to me?
From you, he is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet away.
Ooh.
This was the bandits and this is the Grey Goblin.
Okay. So I'm gonna have to walk up. So speed is how many spaces I can go up.
You only have to walk up if you. What's the range of your
I'm so glad.
your revolver's range is 5, so you can move up by
I was like,
1
say,
if you want, and then shoot him from there.
Been so epic with, like,
Okay,
the
so
sixes.
I'm gonna use my ball buster bullet
Okay.
and shoot him.
You have one. You have one ball buster, so you're gonna load that
Okay.
in and shoot it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So it's 18.
Yep. So 18 plus whatever you roll.
Misses him, hits Jeff.
Yo!
Okay. Roll again.
Okay.
Jesus, his balls are busted.
Okay.
It's fine.
Fine.
A 6 was
I mean, if you wanted, you could use the loaded dice man at 6.
Oh, you could. Do it.
I don't know if that's necessary.
It might
Yeah,
not
I
be
guess
necessary.
he's dead already.
I don't know, just do it for safe
Because
shit.
16.
Like, what
or
is.
16 plus 2, 18 plus
25.
the 7. Yeah, 20.
So 25 total.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, he gets ready to punch you again. Just he goes, and he gets on his knees and just collapses, and then he dies.
Sounds right.
Good shot.
And now let's loot them. Yeah.
What about these two?
Oh,
Did they run away?
They're still running.
Okay.
Yeah. So
they're like, hell no.
So Rosen, I'm not sure
Disappear
if you
from
can
him.
get up close enough, but you can try if you wanted to run up to him and try to kill him.
Oh, he's not dead?
no,
these
these
two aren't. These two decide to run away.
One's got no arm.
Oh.
Like, they're
Yeah.
they took a
Can I
massive
see them?
blast.
Can I see them?
They can't trip over the.
Uh,
oh wait, 'cause
yeah,
it
you
wasn't
can.
that way.
Just like lightning bolts.
There's no way I'll be close enough. I have a range of 7. So like anywhere you look at it, I'm like more than 10 spaces away.
Well, if you shoot this one, you'll just get -3 to your overall attack.
I'll do that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll and add it to whatever your hand cannon's attack is.
And just to be clear, that's up here, right?
Yep.
Not the okay.
Yeah.
You said it was all factored in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kinda
That's
like a
just if you
summation.
if you wanted to learn like where that number came from
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Nice. 5 plus 20, 25.
Okay. And then because of the
-3.
-3, it's gonna be 22.
22.
But that's still good.
That's so high.
What are you aiming for?
Their butt.
Just the head.
Spine.
Okay, as you shoot him in the spine, you see both his arms shoot off, his legs shoot off, and his head shoots off,
Yeah.
and his spine breaks.
But he's still alive.
No, he's not alive.
He cries out, "Help me!"
I'm gonna
So help me.
I'm gonna consume 3 astral, and his resolve has to be higher than a 17.
Okay, he has 4.
Okay, so I roll 2d6. Oh, of course. He only takes 4 shock damage.
Alright, with that, he just
He has no health.
explodes.
Oh, they were almost dead.
Yeah, I'm about to say they took 18 damage from the mine.
Alright,
Oh, it was vaporized because it was a 36.
Look at the body!
I see a pattern here. So with that, you managed to recover. Unfortunately, they had some equipment, but a lot of it got damaged from the explosions.
Oh.
I'm
But-
guessing the 3 that
Are there any
vaporized
vials
is
of
nothing.
Potion.
Yeah.
No, but you find a junji fruit.
Does that heal?
Yeah, it heals you 1 health.
I'm gonna eat it.
And then they have a jungle hacker, which is it's like a machete, and it's a 7 attack, and it gives you a +1 survival proficiency when you use it.
I'll take it. Why not?
Okay. Blade.
You got it.
Stack
He's
it
got
up blades.
blades all over the place.
Start slinging.
All right.
Feel like bullseye.
Let's see, where are we here?
Well, we completely decimated bandits and goblins so far.
All right. So
A little scared of her.
you know the path you need to go to. You see the
Trees moving.
you see the ruins up ahead.
Fake island.
You guys are moving to a whole new location throughout the wilderness. All those guys are gone.
It is Black Clover. The terrain's shifting. My traps!
Alright, and you're finally getting closer to where where you need to go, where the artifact is.
Artifact.
You over here talking about you're at discipline. I still got 2 left.
Yeah, I have 2 left.
How many do I have left?
How many did you start with?
Yeah, it should
I
say.
started off with 4, I think.
How many have you used?
I think just 1.
I think
Did I
you just
use
use
one?
one.
You're talking about bullets?
No,
Discipline.
discipline. Where is it again?
Should be on
Oh,
the
here it is,
Zard.
4.
Astral,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I have 3.
Astral. My astrality's 12.
Astrality is 36.
Yeah, you know what?
How many do you have?
That's what you do.
Yeah, it is what I
I'm
do.
happy with that.
Maybe
What's your
just
strength, bruh?
3. My resolve's an 8 though. I have good stats. 8, 6, and 8. I mean, they should be all statted evenly. I think.
Ourselves a 1.
My resolve's an 8 because a lot of my spells depend on it.
Okay. So you guys can set up however you want here. The artifact is actually in that area of the ruins.
Artifact.
Saul, you want to take a point?
Can we rest for an hour?
Do you guys want to rest before going there?
Please.
He's
Does
gonna
it
die
benefit
otherwise.
us?
I can get my health back.
Okay.
So resting does provide benefits. Sometimes you can get attacked while resting or things like that. You can invite
It restores
unwelcome danger. So a short rest takes an hour, and he'll heal you by your toughness plus 1d6, and recover your astral by resolve plus 1d6.
Okay, that's really important for him.
So you guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Lay low for an hour.
Yeah, and then I have restore that says when I rest, I heal an additional 2 health and 2 astral.
Okay. So you guys rest up.
It's funny, like my resolve's an 8. Like I just get 8 astral back off the cuff. Like,
Yeah, that's good.
You're already full
I'm
back
already
until
I'm
you
back
use
at 3.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I say you only use 3 after you're filled up off draining people.
So 4 plus the 2 I get, or 4 plus 2 would be 6, and then plus the 2 I get would be 8. So,
Get 8 health back.
and then the fruit. So I've got
1.
9. So 9. Okay, so I'm back up to 16 health.
Hey!
Out of what?
18.
Okay.
I don't
close.
have a lot of health
Yeah.
as it is.
All right. All right. So you maneuver closer to the ruins. Who wants to take point?
I will.
Can I scan the area?
Yeah, sure. Intelligence technology check.
I also have a explorer glass that allows me to see 100 feet farther.
16.
Okay, yeah, that could be useful. Do you want to use that and use a wisdom perception check?
Sure.
And
Wisdom.
Matt, Rosalind can do a wisdom perception check too if you want.
Seven,
So she's
eight,
very
nine.
capable of that. You said you had a 16?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything in particular that you wanted to scan for?
Life.
You actually this is taking you about 40 minutes to even travel this far, and in this 40 minutes you haven't seen any sign of life aside from maybe some birds and stuff, but there hasn't been any like humanoid or sentient creatures.
I'm happy that there was at least something alive on this path.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's real sketchy when there's nothing.
Yeah. There's something here that's not supposed to be here.
Can we see anything about the crystal? Like, can we see the crystal yet?
Yes.
I think that's what she was doing with her little...
Okay. And now, what did you want to? Is there anything in particular you wanted to look at?
Honestly, wanted to look for booby traps.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah, that's
so, what did you get for your
Booby
roll?
traps.
I got 15.
Okay. So with that, you're very crafty. You set up many traps yourself before,
Mm-hmm.
and there doesn't appear to be any traps
How many
anywhere.
bombs?
Okay.
What about you, Matthew?
I'm gonna smell for chocolate because that seems to be. No, I think I'm good.
Okay, I was
Okay.
There has to be a large stockpile next to the crystal.
My weakness.
It's like New Girl's kind of weird. She
She
just
just
runs
runs.
chocolate.
She sees chocolate, goes running in. It's mine!
So
why she's a new girl.
does anyone want to go examine the crystal further?
Well, there's no booby traps, no
Can I?
life.
That'd be more your area to
It is
examine.
my area. I don't want to go up
I can
to
go
it, though.
with you.
Yeah, go with me.
I'll be your
Hold my
your
hand.
bodyguard.
Yeah, hold hands, you guys.
So, what
Be
is it?
safe.
Intelligence astronomer? Or wisdom astronomer? Is it intelligence? Can I do intelligence astronomer?
For this,
Or intelligence lore?
so the lore you can do if you want to try to see if this relates to anything you've studied. If you want to do Astrana, you can see what kind of magical properties it might have.
What does astronomer go off of? Intelligence?
Your resolve.
Resolve? Oh, that works. Yeah, let's do intelligence. Resolve astronomer.
Okay.
15.
Okay. You can tell that this is an artifact that actually it's had a wielder before, and it's actually not just this. It has kind of like a hexadron shape, but you can tell it transforms into something else.
Can I tell how to make it transform?
Perhaps. However, you can tell that there is some sort of magical trap put on it, and if you were to touch it, it's going to burn you.
Wait, I
And
thought there weren't any traps.
there's no traps that you could notice.
But you don't have. You can't see.
It's a magical trap.
Oh.
Yeah. So there wasn't like any like bear traps or like the snares or anything like that.
So it's gonna give off it's gonna burn me. Okay. It's probably
Yeah.
energy damage.
Yeah, you can tell it seems to be very reactive to that.
Man, if I was my Vanicar, he absorbs energy damage.
I might have something that could help.
Okay.
And what's that?
Well, is there a way to like turn it off by like hitting something on the inside? Like, is there or could I break the shield that's around it?
You could try. You don't know if that's
null
possible, but you could try it.
Can energy
Okay.
null energy?
Because I have a ghost round that can pass through the first
Doesn't
inanimate
actually-
object that it hits.
Okay.
Does that do
Electric.
anything?
Yeah, but no.
It would
energy
shoot.
damage is
It would.
different
It
than
would
electric
shoot
damage.
through the artifact, and then it hit somewhere behind it. More than likely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It'd be perfect if some bad guy was sneaking up behind the artifact, went to go grab it, and you shot through the artifact and hit him in the face.
Okay.
What about-
didn't know if it
Could I use my thaumaturgy to try to get rid of it?
No, that wouldn't work.
Can I Wait. I have dispel.
Okay.
Consume X astral plus 1d6. If the total astral of the spell you wish to dispel is less than this number, your spell is negated.
Okay.
So could I sense how strong it is?
Yeah. It appears to be. If you were to try to dispel it, it's going to take a lot of your energy to try to dispel it. I would say it's a formidable challenge.
36 astral.
Go for broke.
I will say you're limited.
That's my tier level plus.
No, your level or your resolve.
Yeah, level. Okay, so 8.
Yeah.
So I do 8 astral plus 1d6. be at max. There's not really a max.
You can use a
So
discipline too.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Formidable though is up in the it's around 20.
Yeah. You can try.
I would have to crit to get rid of it with 8.
If you use discipline, then you.
I mean, might as well. I'm gonna try to dispel the shield on it.
Okay.
So I'll use 8 astral plus a discipline. 5. 13.
All right. So with that, as you start trying to dispel it, your energy is conjuring up this light blue, and it starts reacting, and the artifact turns red, and your hair starts flowing back as you just feel the presence is just moving everything around you. The walls begin to shake, and everything is starting to shake with this. And you can tell it's highly reacting, and you can see your aura of your magic starts withdrawing this magic that's held as a trap over it, but starting to come back, and it's starting to solidify over it. It doesn't seem like it's quite strong enough. Maybe if there's something that could like push you over the edge or something.
Since I'm right there,
Yeah.
can I channel any of my astral into him?
That works, but it wouldn't let me use any of it.
No, like, would it like? Can I channel like through him into like his?
I'll let you since you're holding hands with him. I'll let.
Your claws
Guardians
are
of the
cold.
Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians
when
of the
he,
Galaxy,
holds
this.
Infinity
Yeah.
Stone.
You guys want to like circle around them, hold hands?
Or, like,
Okay, so roll. I'll give you an extra die roll to add to whatever you had.
Okay. So I had 13. 13? Yeah.
All right, you guys all kumbaya
Music
around
is-
here.
music
Guardians
is
of the
playing.
Galaxy.
he's Rocket Raccoon.
Hey, I'm
Or
at 5.
she-
You rolled the exact same thing. So 18.
Okay, with that, it's just enough. And now, and it sets down, and it's now been deactivated. And then right beneath it, you see on the pedestal, there's a riddle that if you solved, it would have deactivated. But that works too.
Oh.
Who takes the easy ways? Like a boss.
All right, well the
Running
artifact's
through-
there.
Yeah.
I'm
Yay!
not grabbing.
All right, as you grab it, you hear a voice.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna use my thaumaturgy to make it louder because it's really hard to hear.
What do you think you're doing?
All you hear is like, "Well, I'm really loud today."
It's been a while.
Getting paid.
If we survive.
It's just a lovely magical artifact.
Indeed it is.
You just had it look like it's mine.
My precious. It belonged to someone very special to me.
I could be special
How do you know I couldn't be?
Give me a chance.
Is there anything about the artifact that's like, can I do anything with it?
Rubik's
Yeah.
Cube.
Well, because you're special, it kind of is.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you, it folds out to a gun. Okay.
And I'm proficient with spell elemental
Yeah.
weapons.
So anytime,
I say that you're like, it's mine. Why you're like, keep.
so I will say by transforming it into a gun, it drained 10 of your astral. Just so.
Oh.
So you lost 18.
Yeah, but I'm
Cut in half.
Okay, I mean that's not
Okay,
18.
so it has an infinite supply of ammunition.
It's a spell.
It has 12 power,
Ooh.
10 range,
Ooh.
and drains 3 astral per round fired.
Good. Good thing you have it.
Oh, it's like this white like
You shoot like a
rifle
laser,
cannon.
like-
Like yeah, and it has like alien runes all on it and stuff.
Oh my god, please do a
Pretty
Sarge
dope.
thing. Fire him a laser!
It's like,
And you see the spirit-
Guys, we're not taking this back.
You see the spirit right before you. And he looks like this.
How convenient that it's a spirit.
Hey, I
You know what does double damage to spirits?
Who you gonna call?
Give it back.
Okay.
Roll.
Does 12 damage?
Yeah, it's 12 plus whatever your dexterity is. It's a gun.
18. I'm rolling off of an 18.
Okay.
So, 21. Double damage.
All right. No. It's destroyed.
Wow.
42 damage, man.
I'm here for support.
I appreciate your Guardians of the Galaxy moment.
Hookah chaka, hookah
That's
chaka.
right.
That was not planned at all, but that works perfectly.
See,
All right.
I watch enough movies. I think about things like this. I was like, wait, I have 12 extra. Let's channel.
All right. So now you are ready to return back to the base.
You have to go back to the portal.
Yeah, back through the portal.
We have to take it back.
And this is the artifact that you meant to go deliver.
Where was it? It was gone.
We got there and it was already gone.
You know what then? Turn it back in the box.
You solve it! Like you turn it back and then you put the shield around it. Here, you do the hard work now.
Thaumaturgy it to turn it to like a bright green object to be like, I don't know where.
Okay, so as you walk back, you see
Choose emerald, I feel?
some of the some of their people there.
Oh god.
Mom's in a wheelchair.
Professor
And
Phoenix killed you.
and I forgot to get one for Reese, so I'll just use this for him for now. So with that, you make a return.
I smell so.
For Reese?
Sorry, Rise.
Oh, Rise.
Yeah, it's because you keep calling him Reese or something like.
So,
Um, So
We are all
Come
kind
on.
of dancing.
you're all dancing as you come back.
We
So
used
Seymour
confusion.
says,
What are you
so
doing?
it looks like
Dance off, fool.
you all were successful in your journey.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Bet.
You mean that you failed?
We're alive, aren't we?
Well, I don't see the artifact.
Well, we want the
Push it
cash
forward.
first. We want to see the money.
We have the money.
I still
And
push
and
you
he pulls
forward
it
a
up
little
on the
bit.
screen. You see that the money's all there.
Okay.
Transfer.
I'm
We also
listening.
want the wheelchair.
The guy sitting there.
What did you need? What did you need the leg for?
I told you this guy's rocking.
Oh.
All right, and this guy.
All right.
Jumps out.
Crawl back.
Thank you very much.
Don't mess it up, alright?
All right, well that was easier than I thought. He wires the money to you.
Nice. I'm happy.
Nope. Maybe we can work again in the future.
I was expecting a double
That
cross.
night. That night, the cube went missing.
All right. Well, there's actually a variant for double cross there that could take place, but I wanted to make sure we rounded everything off in a timely fashion since our guests need to leave in around 20 minutes. So I wanted to get their opinions of the game and just talk about what had happened and stuff like that. That's the Oasai Ruins. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, it's on the Vindicator Entertainment Store. It not only comes with the adventure that we just played, which I did tweak some of the things a little bit, which I think any World Master should. Just improv, what's going on. It's all about having fun at the end of the day. It comes with all the rules needed for the game, and it also comes with the characters played here, minus Rosaline, but it does come with other awesome characters that you didn't see tonight.
We also did things that he wasn't expecting.
Which is awesome. That's amazing. I actually had so much fun running Otherworlds again.
Yeah, what's so cool is like it's all like determined upon like the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I hadn't played Soul, we couldn't have dispelled it. Like we had to solve a riddle that was there.
Yeah, and then this is you guys' first time playing Otherworlds.
Yep.
Hey. Oh, sorry. I probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'll just start talking to someone back here, like the people watching it. What'd you think of Akaya and Rosaline?
They were awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy being BA?
What?
Being a badass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm one every day, so it felt about the same.
She's like, this is natural. That's how I was able to roll like that.
I
'cause it's
just
all
love
natural.
being a strong woman.
Who
So-
shattered the bones of two people in one fell
Yeah,
swoop.
and I got to get extra money from people, so I got money, power. What do you not want in life? life.
What was your highlight of the game?
When I got to break all their bones and then take their the money from the tourists.
Okay. What was your highlight, Matthew?
He got the wheelchair.
Did I get to? I don't think so.
No.
Did you want to roll for the wheelchair?
Oh God.
Okay. Well, this will be resolve influence.
Well, I gotta find these
Alright,
things.
rocket.
Where's okay? That's resolved to influence.
I don't think you have
Oh
influence. no.
God. Okay.
This is not.
Hey,
the
you can
droid.
use your discipline. Roll 2 and then remove the lowest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
with
done
your
after this. So roll 2
discipline.
dice.
Okay.
My resolve influence is 50.
Oh,
Six.
okay. Roll an extra. Okay.
11.
Okay. So with that, what do you say to him?
It's
It's like first he grabs the artifact here, and then you're like, come over here, and he's like, yes, what is it?
Happy trails.
What do you mean?
Like crawl off kind of thing.
Crawl off? Why would I crawl off? And you're like, just give me the damn
Yeah,
wheelchair.
yeah. Like I asked for the wheelchair.
You know,
What? This is preposterous. This was not part of the deal. And he looks back at Seymour, and Seymour's just like,
And it's like,
So
kick him off.
and the guy's like, are you kidding me? And
I
Seymour's
would
like,
I would like to walk up behind him and be like, it's a tough break for us all.
and then so he like, how about this chair? And then he starts crawling back with
One
the
arm,
with the
so-
artifact. Like, he has the artifact in the other hand. So he's,
here, let me help you with that.
Let me lighten your load.
so yeah, we just created
To
your
be
highlight.
continued.
That's what happened.
All right. I need to see this as a comic now. Like this played out so well to be like in a comic.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, ideally like an anime, but I know that budget's a lot more than a comic. So a
Hey,
comic would be cool.
We have it all recorded too. We can have play-by-play.
True. We have a script.
Yeah, we do have a script. What about you, Caleb? What was your highlight?
I don't know. Our Guardians of the Galaxy moment was pretty cool.
That was cool.
I blew a ghost away with
That
it.
and I'm about to say the Ghostbusters moment with him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. Yeah. Being able, as a mage, to tank a shotgun twice
And you're just like
rarely happens.
It's like the whole time he's like staying strong. Yeah, and then the guy dies. He's like, oh god.
How much health were you left at after that?
4.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, so here's something we didn't get to in the game, but whenever you get to 0 health, you don't just die forever. What happens is you fall unconscious and you're dying. So his character would have fell down, and at that point, you have 1 round to live for each toughness you have.
So I would have had 2 rounds.
So he'd have 2 rounds, and then after that, he has to roll what we call death checks. And a death check means you roll a dice, and if it's a 1 or lower, you die. And then it goes to a 2 or lower, and then it goes to a 3 or lower, and then he'd be dead. And then also, while you're down on the ground, no matter what your toughness is, if someone goes up to you and like shoots you or attacks you, you have to make a death check anyways. And it adds to the death checks that go around anyways. We literally had a guy that was playing a Viking, and what happened was he got like a building exploded and collapsed on top of him, and he was like barely crawling out of the building. The guy picked him up and broke his back over his knee, threw him down on the ground, took out a gun, shot him in the head, and he still was alive.
White beard.
And then he shot him again in the head and he died.
Wow.
Dang.
But he was also possibly the tankiest Otherworlds character we ever had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta say, my favorite part of this entire thing was the robot fight for me. Like that, I just enjoyed the fact of.
Dude, your detonators are my favorite thing.
Oh,
Oh no, those were choice, but I gotta say the fight with the robot though, just it played out so well in my head because I was wanting to just fisticuff it out and all that, and then I'm pushed against the wall. I was like, I'm tired of that. Just throat grab, just.
yeah, I'll be honest. I was a little nervous running Otherworlds because I haven't ran Otherworlds in what seems like a year. Aside from a little thing that we set up with them,
Ball.
but that was like very rushed, and I didn't really quite have everything ready, and I wasn't really feeling it that day for various reasons.
I was a werebear.
But today, like this was just a lot of fun for me, and this is actually an adventure I've ran like I think 12 times already. So it got to the point where it was kind of boring, but because I haven't ran Otherworlds in so long, this ended up being like one of my favorite times I've ever ran it. Like it was just a really fun time. So and you guys did a really good job, which helped make it fun.
And Vincent did not lose his touch of rolling 6s when he rolled with me.
And also, I like to say, I feel like you guys took the game serious in all the right ways and had all the humor in the right ways, which made me enjoy it a lot.
We were definitely a whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing going on the entire time. I must have been Drax. That's what I was going with.
You were Gamora.
Murph.
No, I was Nebula.
Okay.
I feel like I'm Nebula.
Yeah, Nebula. So we got Nebula, we got Rocket, we got Drax.
Star-Lord, maybe.
I'm smart.
So he's Gamora, I feel like, because Gamora's the brains.
But Murfurder says...
Murfurder says, darn, it looks like I caught the show at the very end.
YouTube.
Be on YouTube, and Murfurder is a part of our Discord, and you'll definitely see it too. But yeah, sorry that you caught the tail end. It was a very fun time, though.
Had a great time.
Yeah, we had a wonderful time, so it's definitely worth watching.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll enjoy the whole thing.
If you cry, please send like a reaction video or something like that.
He cries for Eric because he got fired. And Eric was a good boy.
Leave
Oh.
Eric alone.
I blame it here. He got him so nervous about his stuff.
He's like, oh, down and polishing my sword.
He dropped it. He's like, I can't handle this, and he goes home. Ah!
Also, I should say too. Usually the spirit is a little tougher,
Yeah, I
but
figured.
I
mean, an energy rifle would be the perfect weapon to use against.
Yeah, I mean, you would have dealt a good number on them, and usually you don't. Usually it's set up to where you guys don't get the artifact first. Usually he's defeated, then he lets you pass, kind of thing. But I love the way things were playing out already. I loved what was going on. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Nice.
So yeah, that was good. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Be sure to follow us. We're so close to reaching 50.
We need 5 of you.
Yeah, we need 5 more Twitch followers, and we'll become an affiliate of Twitch.
Wow.
It only needs 5 more.
We've grown so much this
Yeah,
year.
because they have like 5.
From like 2 to 45.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things you need is an average of 3 viewers per stream. Our viewer count's like way better than that.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's helped us out.
Well, we need 50 followers.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Have a good week
hello.
week.
Oh, goodbye.
I still have letters for you.